This is from Blame Beauty. What if you find love, but he doesn't like the fact that you are an influencer? You did not find love. If you find somebody that does not like you for what you do or doesn't like what you do, that's not love. Person should go, because there were so many non-influencer people, he did not find love in them. He came to find love in you. And then he now wants the influencer to go so that he can hold on to his love. Go and find other people, please. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Dimma. Today's video is going to be a Q&A. I love these. You guys love them. Just basically videos where I tell you guys to ask me questions, you guys ask me, I answer them. And that's what we're going to be doing in this video. I'm so excited because I just feel like I really connect with you guys, okay, in these type of videos. I also want to start doing these monthly. I did one last month. This one is for November. I'll do another one in December. So before we start, I want to say a very big thank you to TEAMI for sponsoring this video. I've used quite a few of their products before. I've used some of their skincare products and shared with you guys. I remember I used their hydrating mask and a couple of other products from them. In this particular video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys a supplement from them. So this is the TEAMI Greens Superfood Blend. It has matcha, spirulina, wheatgrass, and these are all powders that I've kind of on different occasions kind of bought separately aside from wheatgrass, and I'm really excited that I have all of this in one. So up close it looks like this, and if you open it up, you guys are going to see that it's very green inside, very green. I really love putting this into my smoothie bowls. You guys know that I love icy smoothie bowls. I love acai bowls, I love smoothie bowls. I love it when it's very cold and kind of reminds me of ice cream. I want to scoop it up. I don't like drinking my smoothies. I like to eat my smoothies. So I love to put this in my smoothie bowls. There is this smoothie bowl that I've been making of recent that I just kind of use banana, and then I put some scoops of this, maybe 1 teaspoon or 2 teaspoons of this depending. It makes the smoothie bowl very vibrant green, and I love that. I just really love the way that it looks, and it tastes good as well. Another way that I like to drink this is to just put some scoops of it inside cold water and just kind of drink it over a period of time. I've been doing that and I really love it. So in here it looks like I've just kind of blended some vegetables up, but what I actually have here is cold water and 2 teaspoons of this. And about the taste, I know that some of you are wondering, I told you guys in a previous video that I have been drinking a lot of tea. So if you're a heavy tea drinker, then the taste of this, I don't think you're going to mind it at all. It has a very earthy, tea-like taste, I would say. When I kind of use it in my smoothie bowls, because I mix it with a bunch of things like my yogurt and almond milk and all of that, the taste is still there. You can still taste it because it's earthy, but then it doesn't overpower the taste of the smoothie. It's just something that you kind of know is there, if that makes any sense. The reason why I really like it, and the reason why I've even been drinking it like this, is because I'm really trying to up my green intake. I'm trying as much as possible to eat more vegetable, but then there's also nothing wrong with drinking your vegetable. It's a very easy way to do that. And if you're very busy like me and you prep meals, I like to eat on the go, this particular powder has also, I know, helped me with gut health. So if you're someone who deals with bloating and then you tend to eat a lot of things that just kind of, I don't know, just makes you feel bloated, constipated, all of that, this will help a lot. Matcha is good for you, spirulina is good for you, wheatgrass is good for you. These are all powders that I've gone and bought separately. You guys have seen me talk about some of them before on this channel. Spirulina, for one, is a very good source of protein, vegan protein. So these are full of vitamins, proteins, antioxidants, very good. So if you would like to try the green superfood blend, I have a discount code and it is Dimma30. If you use that, you're going to get 30% off. The $44 I think it will cost you to get this. I'm going to have the link in the description box. This is good and it is 100% plant-based. It is vegan, GMO-free, gluten-free, dairy and soy-free, no artificial flavors, no artificial colors, no artificial chemicals. So if you're looking at the green and you think, oh, maybe they've put something funny in here, there's no artificial coloring whatsoever in this. First question that I have here is from she.is.opulence, and it's what's that one thing you look forward to that just gets you excited just thinking about it? Guys, food. Food, and then maybe travel is a close second, but food. Guys, I look forward to eating. I dream of food. If I am upset, I find food and I eat it. Sometimes, especially when I'm dieting, or just I don't know, when I'm stressed, what keeps me sane is thinking of the food that I'm going to eat after all of this. So food is something that gets me really, really excited, guys. It gets me so excited. So this question is from Bexy Gwenyi, and she's asking, what do you think about social media PDA? The thing about it is that me personally, I don't have a problem with displaying affection in public, like when we're out and about running errands, parties, like around people that I'm very comfortable with. Yeah, it's so funny because PDA here could even just be holding hands in Nigeria, because Nigeria is quite conservative. I know that outside of the country, I've been to places where people are just kissing and it's nothing. People are walking past them. In Nigeria here, if you do that, people will carry chair and sit down and come and watch your people. You're acting a movie. It's just not something that is very common here. So holding hands, doing very holding hands, doing very affectionate stuff, I don't have a problem with it. Social media though, I just don't think that I would be that person. It's just people on social media can be strange and weird about these things sometimes. Okay, so this is a very good one. How do you deal with memories and people that you want to forget? Thank you. And this is from Squeaky Max Squeak. This is a very, very good question. One thing that I know that I've always tried to do for myself, maybe if it's a situation that just kind of ended based on some big misunderstanding, and this is not just romantic relationships, sometimes even platonic relationships, I try to get closure, talk about it sometimes with whoever it is. If it's just was maybe a bit dramatic, get closure, talk about it with them, or even someone else. Sometimes getting closure, I don't think that you necessarily have to get closure from the person who has hurt you. I think that once that closure is done, or once I get it, me personally, I always move on. It's almost as if that chapter is closed for me. So that's one thing that works for me. And then number 2 is that I sit down and I have a conversation with myself. There are people who are very, very good at cutting people off at the first sign of something that you don't like. I'm not one of those people. So I'm someone who is most likely going to endure a couple of things and just keep making mental notes. But when things just get to a point where I feel like they're too much, what I do is I have a conversation with myself. I look at a pattern, and then if there's a very, very strong pattern here over the years, sometimes that shows that this is who this person is, I make peace with it and I move on. What I do is I try to just gradually distance myself from you. Okay, so this one is from Chi Madies, and it's, please, where did you get your finger rosary from? Is it gold or gold plated? Looking for where to get one. I've answered this question quite a few times because a lot of you tend to ask. I got this one from my church. I always get it from whatever parish is close to me or whichever one I am attending at that time. And most bookshops or wherever they sell sacramentals in the parish, they sell finger rosaries. This is GL, so it is gold plated. It's not actual gold. I'm actually trying to get a gold one. But then you can wear gold plated finger rosaries for years. I've always ever worn gold plated finger rosaries. I've actually never bought gold. I know that my mom has some gold ones, but my finger rosaries are always gold plated. So this particular one, if you live in Lagos and you're on the island, check Divine Mercy in Lekki Phase 1. They have a bookshop and they sell these in the bookshop. So this one is from That Ijo Girl, and she's asking, what's the biggest lie you've told? Guys, the biggest lie I've told, I actually don't lie a lot. Okay, let's start from there. But a couple of white lies you tell to get out of or lies you tell to get out of a situation. I'm not saying you should go and lie, but this is just the honest to God truth. Sometimes you lie to get out of certain situations. But I think that maybe the biggest lie I think I've told, where I had to construct a long, lengthy story, is lying to a married man. So telling a married man that I was married so that he would leave me alone. So it's so funny sometimes when some of these men are disturbing you and you're like, oh God, I'm not interested. Oh, why are you not interested? Somebody that is married though is asking you why you're not interested. You're supposed to be asking him why he's interested in you. But it's oh, why are you not interested? And then I now had to say that I am married. And if there's one thing that Nigerian men respect, it is their fellow men. And it's sad because sometimes you would have to bring another man into a situation so that another man will back off. Or you create an imaginary man so that this man will back off, and that's what happened. This is from Nti.o. Are you growing out your hair? We haven't seen your pixie cut in a while, guys. I think I kind of am unconsciously. I started doing it unconsciously, but I'm going to go back to cutting my hair maybe late this year, early next year. So this is from _Michelle La FR, I think, and she's asking, what's your most useless talent and most interesting things you saw or read this week? So what's my most useless talent? Guys, I think that my most useless talent is actually the fact that I can sing. I used to sing a lot when I was a lot younger, but then the older I got, I just dropped it. like a lot of all the other talents I think that I know that I have, I've kind of put them to good use one way or the other. But then like singing, I don't sing as much as I used to, and I don't even trust my voice as much as I used to. But my sister, me and Norma used to sing a lot, but Norma kind of took her singing seriously for a while. I think that it's just not something that I've put to good use. Okay. So this is from _Kathure_ and it's what products do you use for your vaginal health and care? Everything from washing to shaving. Guys, I actually don't use vaginal washes. I just do the regular thing. On a more serious note, because I've read a couple of things and just seen a couple of things that just suggest that these are not necessarily the best things for your vagina. Okay? And then I don't shave because just tends to give me bumps. Just even in this area on my armpits, I just waxing I think is easier, and I just also like the fact that if you do that regularly, like the hair grows thinner and thinner. So that's what I do. So this one is from Ugo Salim, and the question is, do you feel age is of essence when choosing a partner? Okay, so the answer to this question for me is kind of like yes and no. Like the yes is smaller and then the no is bigger. And for a very long time, it was even no for me. But then the yes, maybe the past 2 years based on experiences, I've found from personal experience dating that I would probably rather do someone who is younger or someone who is older than someone who is a lot closer to my age. And this is from experience, right? I think that maybe because of the way that we are set up culturally, none of these things that I'm saying is set in stone, to be honest, because when it comes to these things, like everybody is really not like everybody that you've had an experience with. So it's also not saying, oh, don't give anybody like this a chance. And even to myself, I'm not going to say that I wouldn't ever in my life again consider someone who's close to my age. I'm just saying that where I'm at now, I would rather someone who's younger or someone who's older. And the reason for like someone who's very close to my age is that I think that the way that our culture is set up, a man has to dominate head, neck. There's this head neck conversation that we're obsessed with on Nigerian Twitter where they say the man is the head and the woman is the neck. And to be very honest with you, this is not something I knew about till I moved to Lagos. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm Catholic, and I think that to a large extent this is maybe Pentecostal lingo. I cannot remember growing up as a Catholic child hearing conversations about man being head and woman being neck. It's probably something that a lot of people in church agreed with. It's just not like a lingo that I was very familiar with growing up. So I've kind of seen it play out with me, and I've seen it play out with some people that I know girls who will even like tell you straight up that they don't even know why I'm saying no, that they don't like it when it's like that. And it's because I feel like in situations like that, sometimes like men culturally just feel like they have to prove to you that you guys being the same age, you guys are not equal or something like that. Like I've seen it kind of happen. It's very weird. Okay, however, I feel like when the guy is a lot older, like you guys just know from the get-go that okay, this guy is older than me, and both of you know what you're getting into. And some people might not agree, because I feel like here women also generally tend to have a thing for not having anything to do with younger men. I don't mind that, because age does not prove that your brain is complete, as far as I'm concerned. With me, maybe there's an age I'd say, like I think there are a lot of guys this part of the world who are above 26, 27, like 26, 27. A lot of them like know what they want from life, and if they want to settle down, they want to settle down. If they're looking for something serious, they're looking for something serious. I would rather any day, anytime, I'll pick a serious 27-year-old over like a 35-year-old man who does not, his brain is not correct. Like, I just feel like it's not a do or die. Like, but then I think that because of this cultural thing that I've kind of explained, and how we are conditioned from a very young age as women to, just accept that a man has to dominate you, women just automatically gravitate towards men who are older than them, because they just feel like it's just a lot easier for them to let an older man dominate them than they would let a younger one do. And it's a very complex thing, because respect is also such a big thing in our culture here. So if you're a girl who from a very young age you've been told that someone who is this age should talk to you with respect, I think that some women just struggle with it. I'm just not one of those people who will, like I said, I've just given you guys what my reasons are. For me, I'd say younger sensible, older sensible, close to my age. I've just not had very, very good experiences with that. I hope that this answer made sense. This is from _Ashley_Una, and it's what's your take on LGBTQ? And my answer to that question is live and let live. It's a conversation I feel like us Nigerians sometimes like we like to get into, and I even saw how it kind of played in to what was happening during NSAS. Like when we were all like kind of protesting as like this one unit and we were fighting against something that was kind of affecting all of us. The minute I think that we kind of brought LGBTQ into the conversation, it was almost as if the whole thing was going to fall apart. I don't care what your beliefs are, but I just honestly don't also think that it is okay for you to believe that somebody does not deserve a full life or deserves to die because they are doing something that you don't agree with. And I think that sometimes as Christians, we tend to fixate on certain parts of the Bible and we ignore certain things, right? Cheating and adultery is such a big thing here. I find it just so funny sometimes when I see people who are openly cheating, who are openly doing things that the Bible or just like whatever religion you believe in tells you is a sin. Like the Bible clearly tells you that it's a sin. And I see them not even factoring in the fact that that on its own is a sin. They're oppressing whoever they are with, they're cheating, they're doing whatever they can because they can get away with, but they're fixated on another group of people believing that they should die. So my answer to this is to leave everybody alone, live and let people live their lives how they choose. Last. This is from Miss_Emezie and she's saying, I want to be your friend. Where can I buy a form? This is funny. This is from Adetola_Fadekemi and she's asking, do you still use Clinique's Take the Day Off Balm? Yes, I still do. It's like my favorite makeup remover still. And I use it to just like take my makeup off after I've used like some wipes. Okay, so this question is from Christelle_Dakna. Would you marry a non-Nigerian? Yes. If the person's brain is complete, yes. And brain is complete, such a Nigerian thing to say, but like if like you guys get along, if you're in love, if the person is what you want from in a partner, I don't think that nationality should matter as much, especially if the person like has your back. I think that that's important, and I think that that's the reason why I think women feel wary like getting into certain cultures, you know, via marriage or partnerships. Is what if you get there and you don't really know anything or understand anything? It's important that your partner is someone who has your back, and if that's the type of person you're with, then of course, yes. So this is from Nivera Phillips, and the question is how to request for a partnership if you are a small brand, and the best way to send an email. If this is for me, send me an email. Send me an email, tell me what you guys want to do. We can go from there. Okay, I'm not going to say this person's name, but the question is how do you run away from your parents' house with 30K in your account to go and pursue your dreams? My dear, don't do it. If 30K is all you have, you're going to be stranded. Before you decide to make a move like that, just make sure that you have some sort of backup. And I don't think that 30K is enough for you to leave if you don't have a plan B, you know. That's what I would say. Just kind of just endure and have a solid plan before you decide to move. Save up more money, save up more than 30K, find a way to. So this is from how.lucinating. Okay, and she says, I don't have a question. I just want to say that I absolutely love your personality. Thank you so much. So this is from Ruth.Kemi, and she's asking, I love your videos so much. How have you been? Sincerely, keep doing your thing. Well done. Thank you so much. I am doing well. I'm in a better place than I was at some points this year, so thank God for that. Is I love you even a question? It's not a question, but thank you. You guys are so sweet. Please. Thank you so much for everybody saying that they love me here. So this is from Essence with a lot of underscores, and she's just basically asking, how long did it take you to get monetized on YouTube? About a year. And it took me that long, to be honest, because for one whole year I didn't even know that monetization was something that I could do. So it took me about a year to figure out that I needed to monetize and monetize. This is from Divalju. When you started out as a vlogger, did you start receiving so much traction? If no, did you get tired? I actually didn't get a lot of traction. Some of my videos went viral, but I was using Instagram heavily to just shout out my content, and I'd say that I was just consistent, and I tried to do maybe 1 or 2 videos that would go viral, and this is still a valid plan for everybody. Viral videos are the videos that will bring in subscribers for you, I promise you. So this is from Tina_Ugo. Hi Dimma, what 3 habits will improve your life? Waking up early. I'm just telling you people the ones that I think will improve my life now, okay? Waking up earlier than I am now. Eating healthy and just exercising a lot better, and also planning ahead. I know that this is 4, but I think that planning ahead has saved me so much stress at this point in my life. So if you learn to plan ahead of time and think of ideas and actually have a plan, that will help you a lot. And waking up earlier, you get so much done if you wake up early. Just exercising and eating healthy, I I think that those things also help with your mind as well. So this is from Nick.key8937, and she's asking, how was your experience in Kenya? My experience in Kenya was amazing. I've talked about it before. I really loved Kenya so much, and I plan to go back. I felt like they were very warm and welcoming, the people that I met. I love the type of conversations that we had, especially in the case of like marriage, relationships, and all of that. Like, it's not that much of a big deal as it is here. I think that they also like have maybe laws, maybe enforce them more than Nigerians do, laws that kind of back women up a little bit. So I just loved the type of conversations that I had with the people that I met there. So this is from Oluwatosin. Do you have a manager? No. At the moment, no, I don't. This is from SC_Dims. What's your favorite movie? I get this question a lot, but one of my favorite movies actually of all time is the first Avatar. That's the second one. I don't even know why I said the first Avatar, but I really liked Avatar, the movie, and I'm waiting for the second one. But that movie is one of those movies that I think that I've watched it more than once, and I enjoyed it. Another movie that I would say that I really loved, that I know that I've seen it more than once. What's this movie? I'm trying to search it up, but it was directed by Mel Gibson. Apocalypto, okay? It was released in 2006. I've seen it more than once. I really, really liked it as well. It's a very good movie if you have not watched it. So this is from King_Daniel, and he's asking, have you ever felt pressure to put out content that you're not satisfied with so that you can be consistent? It has happened to me a lot. And what happens is if I feel the pressure too much, I just kind of stop and back away. I hate like giving you guys like content that I'm not happy with. Like everything I post here, I take my time to make sure that I'm happy with it and I feel like I've given you guys my best. So I try as much as possible not to do that, like just post for the sake of posting. Okay, so this is from Mila Okuns. I hope I pronounced that right. And the question is, how do you know you are in love with someone? How do you confirm it? For me, it's just like a bunch of things, you know, like if I cannot stop thinking about like the person, if I just kind of look forward to talking to the person like all the time, if like I can spend like a long time on the phone with this person just talking about stuff like random things, not even deep things. I know that butterflies in your tummy is like such a cliche thing, but that too, if I just miss you, like if I've not spoken to you on the phone, just even miss talking to you. I'm not even talking about physical missing here because that one too, but like if I miss you to the point of just missing hearing your voice, then so this is from Judith Aguirre, and she's asking, do you use scrub before facial wash? I use like a scrub. There's this one from Huda Beauty that I really, really like. I think their enzyme scrub. I kind of use that 2 times a week before my facial cleanser now, and I think that it's helped me a lot. But then I don't use a scrub every morning or every evening before I wash my skin. I think that that's not good. Like I remember one time that I used Proactive, the only one time in my life. They have this facial wash that comes with a scrub that you're supposed to use every day, morning and night. It made my breakouts worse because what those things do is that they open up your pores and make them more open just for things to just get into that place and settle. So I would not advise anybody, especially if you have acne prone skin, to be using any type of scrub daily. I don't think that that's good at all. So this is from Preach_Black, and he's saying it will be an absolute light to see you live in PH. If you visit PH, I'll be the first in the airport. This is so sweet. I've actually not been to Port Harcourt since 2012. No, 2013. That's a long time ago. That's 7 years ago. I haven't been to Port Harcourt since then. So we will see. Okay, so this is from Msurushima, and she's asking, what's your favorite book at the moment? My favorite book at the moment is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This book, I bought it last year when I went for YouTube Black. I've had it for a while, but I just started reading it and I really, really love it. Like it has very good actionable like tips. Like I'm applying them now and I'm really, really loving them. And like this book is old. It was published in the 40s, I think. It was written shortly after the Great Depression, but then it's been on the bestseller list ever since then. Like it's relevant, I think, anytime you pick it up to read it. And I don't even know why it took me so long to start reading it, but it's a very good book. I read it just trying to find a way to kind of improve my business and all of that, but then there's so many good tips there on how to just improve your life in general. So I really like it. My favorite song at the moment is Damages by Thames. Really, really love it. I'm going to have a new playlist video coming up soon, and this second question was asked by the person that asked about my favorite book. So this is from Sheila_Ornaments, and she's asking how I grew my YouTube channel. Guys, I've shared this with you guys so many times, and guys, I was just very consistent and I was doing videos that people liked at the time, and that helped me. But then that I've grown so much now is that I've made conscious effort to just study my subscribers, be more consistent, and put out the type of videos that I think that they would like, and also just build presence for yourself outside of YouTube. because that will also bring other people to your channel, you know, if that makes sense. This one is from I am Doreen Damian, and she's asking, your Instagram is so attractive. How do you plan and arrange everything? Guys, I love the way I express myself on Instagram, and I don't have any rigid like structure now. Maybe in the past I used to. If I have an up close picture, the next one has to have some distance, if that makes any sense. But more than anything, the reason that my Instagram is so like uniform is because of the way that I edit, the way that I color correct, the way that I grade. And I use Adobe Lightroom for that. I've kind of shared this with you guys before. This is from Aisha Bello. Can you date / marry outside your race? Yes, I can do this. I already answered this. So this is from Dimma_I, and she's asking, how has this year been for you so far? This year has been good. I'm not going to lie. I've had so many good, amazing things happen for me this year. There's been some rough parts in between, but I just keep reminding myself that God is faithful. And like, if I think of how I started, what I'm doing and where I am now, like, I just know that if God can bring me through where I was a couple of years ago to where I am now, He will also sort out whatever situation or whatever issues I'm dealing with now. So it's not all been rosy, but then I've had very good moments, you know, my CNN feature, my nomination, even the Future Awards nomination. Sometimes I sit back, I'm like, guy, is this your life? So I'm very, very grateful. This year has been mostly good. I know largely difficult for a lot of people, and for me in some parts, but then I choose to believe that we will be fine, you know. So this is from A.O.OG. How often do you get to see your family? Do you get lonely by yourself? Sometimes, honestly, like, I haven't seen my family in a while, so I won't even say that it's loneliness right now. I actually don't get lonely a lot, but it's the fact that I haven't seen them in a while. Like, I haven't seen them since this year because of the way things have been, so I'm trying to fix that soon. Normally, I'd seen them like 2 or 3 times or 4 times a year, but then that has not happened this year, so I'm feeling it. I'm really feeling it. So this one is, would you consider yourself an introvert or extrovert? I am an introvert. I know that every time I answer this question here, some people try to come and argue with me to say that they don't think I'm an introvert. Please, dears, that's what I think I am. Forget what you guys are seeing here. Like, I get comfortable around people I'm comfortable with, and I'm comfortable with my camera talking to you guys, but that doesn't make me an extrovert. Or there's another one, people say ambivert, amphibian. I don't know how that is pronounced, but guys, I think I'm an introvert. This A.O.OG is asking, what do you like to do for fun besides YouTube? I don't do YouTube for fun anymore, dears. YouTube is work. So for fun, I have very key things that I do. Hang out with friends, eat, listen to good music. This is from Mary Amor_Martins. Are you from Unewi? No, I'm not from Unewi. What keeps you inspired, and how do you handle discouragement? I actually take a break sometimes. I feel like sometimes people feel like, oh, if you're discouraged or if something bad happens, just get up and dust it and move. You're bigger, blah, blah, blah. Don't even process. I am big on processing feelings. If I'm discouraged or if something has set me back, I take a break and I think about it. I come to terms with it and I move on. I think that there's a problem with not addressing how you feel about certain things and just moving on. So I address it. I talk to loved ones. I take my time, I rest a bit, I reflect, and then I move on. But then don't ever let like negative things weigh you down to the point of not wanting to do anything else. This is from _Iyon_Omi. How much was your first YouTube pay in Naira? My first YouTube pay in Naira was about $130, and at the time dollar was 150 times 300, so that was about 45,000. That was the first amount that I ever made a month on YouTube. So this is from Princess_Fiona. Sugar or honey, which do you prefer and why? I prefer sugar. I'm actually getting into honey now because I'm trying to do like live healthy and all of that, and I found that I can now enjoy honey if I eat it a certain way, but for a very long time I couldn't actually stand the taste of honey, and that's why if anybody was trying to call me honey, it will actually irritate me. Who's your honey? I don't like how that thing tastes. But I like sugar. I'd actually rather you call me sugar. Sugar, baby, sugar. And call me honey, even up until now. But yeah, I prefer sugar. This is Laefa. Does being single bother you? No, dear. I am happy that I'm alive. Anybody who is being single is bothering. I want you to remind yourself that you're alive and some people are dead. Please, dear, is who is alive that will be dating or not be single. I don't know. I hope you understand me, okay? How many times you eat in a day? These days I eat about 2 times a day, like 2 good meals a day. Love you from Botswana. Life with Miniki. Thank you so much. So this is from Jeff_Guapo. Are you a social butterfly? How do you deal with anxiety? I'm actually not a social butterfly. However, I am less anxious and more comfortable when I know like majority of the people in a group that I'm in. I find it very awkward sometimes when I'm around people that I don't know. See, I'm very shy. I've said this several times here, but some people still don't sometimes believe it. But this anxiety thing when you're around people that you don't know is real. So I don't consider myself a social butterfly, but I feel like I'm just maybe getting better now at just owning it when I'm in spaces that I'm not familiar with. I think that sometimes we can get very, very conscious of how we look to people, and half of these people are not even thinking about you. So just think about it like that when you find yourself in spaces or with a group of people that you don't know very well. So this is Becca_only. If you get married one day, will you change your channel into a family channel, or you still create beauty content? I'm not going to change my channel to a family channel. I might share my family with you guys, but I'm not going to change the whole thing. Like, people actually started watching me for beauty. I cannot just tell them, all of you get out, because I'm married. Why would I do that? Some people, like, that's not a good way to treat people. This is from Blame Beauty. What if you find love but he doesn't like the fact that you are an influencer? You did not find love. If you find somebody that does not like you for what you do or doesn't like what you do, that's not love. Person should go, because there were so many non-influencer people, he did not find love in them. He came to find love in you. And then he now wants the influencer to go so that he can hold on to his love. Go and find other people, please. Leave me alone. Have you ever been to SA? No. This is from Karibo_Moisa. And I'll be visiting soon, definitely. The last one here is from Ogetima Dubika, and she's asking, can one live well on YouTube earnings alone? Yes, I'm doing that. You can. So this is from It's Moyo, and it's how long did it take you to reach your first 1,000 subscribers? Also want to say I love you so much. I love you too, baby. I honestly cannot remember, but maybe in about a month or two. Such a long time ago, but guys, I don't think it actually took me long to hit 1K on YouTube. I think it was about a month or two, I would say. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to me if you are not yet subscribed. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next one. So I'm going to do another Q&A soon, and I'll just tell you guys to ask me questions. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to me if you are not yet subscribed to me. I'll see you guys in my next one.